ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां विदये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। Okay, we will chant the prayer verse under the other few verses. You can chant with me. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum. I hope all of you are chanting. Mumukshunam hitarthaya Tattvabodho bhidiyate. Sadhana chatushtaya Sampanna adhikarinam Sadhana chatushtaya sampannadhikarinam Moksha sadhana bhutam Tattva viveka prakaram Vakshyamaha. Sadhana chatushtayam kim Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha Iha amutra. I split the sandhi. Okay, I split that word and chanting. Iha amutra arthapala bhoga viragaha shamadishatka sampattihi mumuksham iti mumukshutvam iti mumukshutvam cha iti mumukshutvam cha iti becomes cheti. Mumukshutvam cheti. Okay, you can mute your mic now.
Sure.
So Tattvabodha is a prakarana grantaha. It's a prakarana grantaha. Grantaha means it's a book. Grantaha means book. Prakarana Grantaha means it's a Vedantic treatise. It is Tattvabodha is the first book which is generally studied by the Vedanta students. This is a book like any other book which has its subject matter. This book has its subject matter. As it is a book, it should have been written by an author. Author should be there. The author is considered to be Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is the author. Generally, in our tradition, Shankaracharya means Adi Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya means Adi Shankaracharya. Whether this book is authored by Adi Shankaracharya or any other Shankaracharya, it is disputable. Any text in our tradition, we say it is written by Shankaracharya, which means it is attributed to Adi Shankaracharya always. Shankaracharya means we understand it is Adi Shankaracharya, but it need not be so. Because there were many Shankaracharyas and there are even now. In India we have many Shankara Matams and all the Pitadibadis, all the pontiffs, they are called Shankaracharya. Therefore, we don't know which Shankaracharya wrote this text. In our tradition, every book, whether it is cultural or spiritual, the author of the book, he always remains anonymous. The authors don't want to take credit of what they wrote, either because they were so humble, or they think they owe everything to the tradition. They consider themselves just to be a conduit in the tradition. They are the carriers of knowledge. They don't take ownership of it. That is an excellent attitude. So, whoever has written this text, one thing is very certain. We can say that this text has the grace of Ishvara. Bhagavat Anugraha is there. Because this text has survived so many years and it is available in the printed format and also in the soft copies, PDF files, and it is studied by students widely. This book has survived. That means the prayer of the author has fructified. In those days, books were written on palm leaves. The author will write a book with a noble intention. He will write only one copy of the text. And these texts were copied by the disciples of the author. Generally, it would be brahmacharis. They will copy the original text and they will make many copies. So many such copies were made only by copying. If one copy is destroyed, another copy would be available somewhere. That is how we got back many of our texts. During foreign invasion, particularly when Mughals ruled India, many manuscripts were destroyed by them. We lost a huge collection of manuscripts. What is left now is nothing but a little of our huge literary works. By God's grace, somehow we have some manuscripts available here and there. It has survived time. Since these manuscripts were written on palm leaves, they are subject to many threats. For example, these manuscripts, it may be eaten by goats. Ajabakshita. It could be, if it had been eaten by goats, then we would not have got many literatures, whether it is Vedantic or Kavya or any other literature. We would not have got it. Tattvabodha has survived. That's a big thing. Tattvabodha has survived fire. It is not Agni Bakshita. It is not Ajabakshita. It has survived many invasions. So it means that the Sankalpa, the sankalpa, the intention of the author, the conviction of the author is very strong, and it is bearing fruits even now in the form of availability of the manuscripts in printed books and soft copies. So, thanks to the strong sankalpa of the author, we are benefited and studying Tattvabodha now. So, the word Tattvabodha. Tattvabodha is a compound word. Tattvabodha is a compound word. A compound word is called samasaha. A compound word is called samasaha in Sanskrit. So whenever any technical discussions come, you can please take a note of it, or you can have a scribbling pad and mark it, so that you can ask me doubts at the end of the class. So the Tattvabodha is a compound word, samasaha. We will see what samasa in Sanskrit class. It's a long way to go in Sanskrit class. So samasaha. In English too, we have compound words. A compound word is a combination of two words into a single word. Like we have underwater, compound wall, screwdriver, salt water, bookshelf. There are so many words are there. Two words combined into a single word. All these are compound words. So here, the word Tattvabodha, it's a of two words. What are those words? The first word is Tattva. The second word is Bodha. Tattva plus Bodha, Tattvabodha. The word Bodha means knowledge. The word Bodha, it is derived from the dhatu, verbal root. It is derived from the dhatu, Budh dhatu. Budh means to know. Bodha means knowledge. Even the word Buddha, it comes from the root Budh. Budh means to know. From the dhatu vid, the word Vedaha has come. Similarly, from the dhatu Budh, Bodha has come. Bodha means knowledge. Knowledge of what in this context? Knowledge of Tattvam. Therefore, it is Tattvabodha. What does Tattvam mean? This word Tattvam, it has a suffix. It has a suffix Tvam. Tattvam. In the word Tattvam, the suffix Tvam is there. The suffix is called Pratyaya in Sanskrit. So Tattvam has got the Pratyaya, Tvam Pratyaya. So Tat plus Tvam, Tattvam. Tat plus Tvam is a Tattvam. Tvam is a suffix. This Tvam suffix, it means ness. It means ness in English. N-E-S-S, ness. For example, we have words like blackness, whiteness, hotness, softness, godliness, heaviness, completeness. So when you add the suffix ness to the English words, like a black, white, hot, kind, soft, great, you get abstract words, which generally mean the state or the quality or the nature of being what it is. For example, the word hotness, it means the nature or the truth of what fire is. Similarly, in Sanskrit, by adding Tvam suffix, we can form words like Tattvam, Tat plus Tvam, Tattvam, Ishvara plus Tvam, Ishvaratvam, Krishna plus Tvam, Krishnatvam. Krishna means black. Krishnatvam is blackness. Ushna plus Tvam, Ushnatvam, Devatvam, Purnatvam. So we have Tattvam. So when you add the suffix Tvam to the word Tat, Tat means that. In fact, from the word Tat, only the English word that has come. So when you add this suffix Tvam to the word Tat plus Tvam, it will become Tattvam. That is thatness. Thatness means the essential nature of what it is, the truth of what it is, that is darkness. I will explain this further, what it is. For example, let us take the object pot. Let us take the object pot. A pot has potness. A pot has potness. A pot doesn't exist independently. Pot depends on clay for its existence. For a clay pot, clay is the substantive. For a clay pot, clay is the substantive. As a pot, pot has potness. Really speaking, potness is there only when pot is. When pot is, potness is there. Pot is nothing but clay. From the standpoint of clay, it is only clayness. Potness is incidental. Agantukam. Agantukam, we have used the word agantukam. Incidental. The nature of pot is clay. The nature of pot is clay. Therefore, potness is an incidental attribute to clay. Therefore, a pot has potness, an incidental attribute of clay, and clayness, an intrinsic attribute of clay. So, when pot is destroyed, potness is gone, but clayness is there. But clayness is there. There is no potness in clay. Similarly, clayness is nothing but an incidental attribute to the molecules of clay. Those molecules have moleculeness, again which are incidental to atoms. Atomness is an incidental attribute to particles. Particleness is an incidental attribute to subparticles. Subparticleness. So we can go on and on and on. When we analyze the truth of something, we discover that it is only the incidental truth. We have to investigate it further, deeper and deeper to arrive at the ultimate truth, which cannot be incidental to anything. In other words, it has to be the essential nature, Swarupa of that thing, the ultimate truth of that thing. So the word Tattvam means ultimate truth. The word Tattvam means ultimate truth, the truth of everything, the reality. Bodha means knowledge. Tattvam means the reality or the ultimate truth or the essential nature. So, therefore the word Tattvabodha, it means the knowledge of the truth, the knowledge of the reality. So, it means ultimate knowledge. The knowledge gaining which nothing needs to be known. That is the knowledge, ultimate knowledge. The knowledge gaining which no trace of ignorance is there. That is the knowledge we are talking about. That is the knowledge in the form of a text covering definitions, various topics, related topics and methods. We are going to see in this text now. In this text, like any other text, before commencing it, the author makes a prayer. The author makes a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer for Vigna Pariharartham. Vigna Pariharartham Prarthana. The author does the prayer. We chanted this prayer now. Vasudevendra Yogindram iti. So there are two factors. There are generally two factors required for success in any undertaking. Number one, it is effort, prayatnam, manishya prayatnam. Number two, it is Ishvara Anugraham. Ishvara Anugraham. They may put all our efforts, but success may not come. Success may not come due to invisible obstacles. Adrishta Vignaha. The obstacles which are not available for our side. And also you cannot foresee it. Or Adrishta Vignaha. These obstacles are nothing but my own karmapala. Our own negative karmapala which comes in the form of obstacle. So the negative karmapala, what will happen? That result will not be favorable to me. So generally, karmapala, the result of any action, it could be of four types. One thing, the result of action could be more than the action, or it could be equal, or it could be less, or it could be quite opposite. Therefore, we do prayer, we offer prayers. In the tradition, before writing any text, the author offered prayers to ward off the less and the opposite karma pala. Prayer is a karma, and definitely the prayer produces a palam to counter obstacles. So therefore, the author also here, he makes a prayer. And a prayer need not be in words, it can be mental also. But in the tradition, one generally writes a prayer. And this prayer becomes a part of the text, like Vasudevendra Yogendram in Tattvabodha. Similarly, every text will have a prayer verse. A prayer is done, here the author has done, for two purposes. One is for the successful completion of the text. For the successful completion of the text. Number two, for the text to reach the hands of the right people. It should reach the right people and they should benefit from them. That is the intention of the author. That is, the text should serve the purpose for which it is written. No author would like to see their works getting lost without serving the noble intention. Therefore, a prayer is offered. Also, when an author takes up such a noble task, any number of obstacles can come in between. Like the author may not survive to finish it. Even if he survives, he may not be in a position to complete for various reasons. There could be adhyatmika reasons like disease, death. There could be adi bhautika reasons, people, situation, sudden unrest, or confusion in the society or in the family, or the foreign invasion. Or other reason, it could be adi devika, that is natural calamities like earthquake, famine, flood. So therefore, in the tradition, a prayer is offered which could be in the form of namaskara to the Guru namaskara, or it could be in the form of namaskara to the Ishtadevata namaskara, or it could be remembering the Atma Tattvam, Brahma Tattvam, just by describing the Brahma Tattvam, Atma Tattvam, or by simply uttering the Mangala Shabda, Om, or Atha, simply uttering Om or Atha. Even the Brahma Sutra, it starts with Athato Brahma Jignasa. That Atha is a Mangala Shabda, Mangala Suchaka Shabda. That itself is a prayer. So, I heard somewhere, probably in Manusmriti, I think, that any mantra what we chant, if it is without Om, that mantra will not be fruitful. Om should be added before any mantra. So similarly, the Atha also is an auspicious sound. So Atha, Om. So that this one word prayer is all one word prayer. As I told you, a prayer can be a mental prayer. Even though one can mentally pray, but the tradition holds that it should be done explicitly, so that the people who come later, they know the tradition and they follow that. That is why there is a statement that one should not study a text that doesn't contain the prayer. That's a statement. So the idea is that if a person doesn't make a prayer, it means it doesn't come in the tradition. And such people should be shunned. They should be disregarded. Asampradayavatu murkavatu upekshaniyaha. Asampradayavatu may not have the right understanding, therefore they should be discarded. We should not consider them. Therefore, in our tradition, any text, before we begin or before we study, we always begin with a prayer. Prarthana is very important. Mangala Acharanam. So, in this text, Tattvabodha, we have this prayer verse. Vasudevendra Yogendram Tatva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam hitarthaya Tattvabodho bhidiyate. This is a prayer verse. This prayer is composed by the author and it is made in the form of namaskara, salutations to his guru. Who is a guru? Vasudevendra. The word Vasudevendra, it is there in the prayer. Vasudevendra. The word Vasudevendra, it is maybe the guru of the author. It may be the name of the guru of the author. The word Vasudevendra, it can apply to Ishvara also, Bhagavan. It can apply to Ishvara also. We will see in detail the explanation of this word, Vasudevendra. It's a nice name, Vasudevendra. If the word Vasudevendra implies guru of the author, then through namaskara to his guru, Vasudevendra, the author is salutes the parampara, whole Asha parampara, Rishi parampara. In the Asha parampara, who is the first person? Ishvara. Ishvara is the first person who doesn't have anybody before him. So he is the Adi Guru, Dakshinamurtihi, Ishvaraha. We can also take that the author looks upon his guru as Vasudevendra. Looks upon his guru Vasudevendra as Ishvaraha himself. Because when Guru teaches, he must be knowing that he is whole, complete, Purnaha. And that is the nature of Ishvara also. Therefore, the author would have looked upon his guru Vasudevendra as Ishvara also. That is also possible. Then the next word, Abhidhiyate. The word Abhidhiyate, it is there. Tattvabodha Abhidhiyate. Abhidhiyate means presented. Maya Abhidhiyate. Presented by me, the author. Okay. So, generally when we read any text, first we should start with the verb. Here, Abhidhiyate, it is the verb. Then we should keep asking questions. What is presented? Who is presenting? By whom? If you ask questions, you will get answers. So then you can form the sentence. So, Abhidhiyate, presented. What is presented? What is Abhidhiyate? Tattvabodha. Tattvabodha Abhidhiyate. Abhidhiyate is a karmani prayaga. It is a passive voice. So that is why I said it is Maya Abhidhiyate, presented by me. What? Tattvabodha, that is the name of the text. Tattvabodha Abhidhiyate. Tattvabodha is presented. It means what? It means self-knowledge. Atmajnanam. Tattvabodha is Atmajnanam. Self-knowledge is presented. Tattva is truth. Bodha is knowledge. Right? Kasya tattvam? Truth of what? Atmanaha tattvam. Atma tattvam. Brahma tattvam. That is the knowledge about Atma. The knowledge about you. That is what is presented. You may
Can everybody hear him? I see a big circle going on. I'm not able to hear him. Oh. Hello? Yes. I don't think it's working. No, it is cut. Yeah, it is not. It's not working. Yeah, some problem is there. Class போயிட்டு இருக்கு. கிளாஸ் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. கிளாஸ் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. கிளாஸ் கட் ஆகிருக்கு. அதான் வந்தேன். நீங்க இங்க வராதீங்க, உள்ளீங்க போங்க. சரி போங்க. Is anybody there still or gone? Hello?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Yeah. He's not responding, so maybe the power is gone or something. At least he should have sent some WhatsApp message or something.
Yeah. That's possible. That recording is still going. I don't know how.
I know. I don't know if he must have seen our messages, right? Not that he's going on continuously without knowing. Hmm. My goodness, is anybody there still?
Yes, we are here, but I think the connectivity is lost.
But I see the recording button still going on.
So maybe he didn't realize, or I'm not sure.
He should have seen our messages. I sent message also. I'm leaving.
Few minutes, any of the class is going to be over. He's joining. I can see
Oh,
Vidya now.
Namaste. Hello.
We got interrupted in between. Namaste.
Hello.
Hello.
Namaste. Sorry, here sudden blackout.
Oh, okay.
So what to do? So unexpected problem. Some beginners are there. Hello.
But recording மட்டும் போயிட்டு இருக்க மாதிரி காமிக்கிறது.
அப்படியா?
ஆமா.
ஓகே ரெக்கார்டிங் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டாங்களா?